Hello again. So let's do a review of the previous video. In the previous video we saw how to create a template, okay? And for that we go to our application and we create a folder called templates, okay? And then inside of that folder we must create another folder with the same name of our app. And finally we can create our template in there in that folder. I created a template, is called template.html. So a template is basically a HTML file. Okay. After creating the template, we must create a view for the template, and we created the template hello. Okay, this view, and this view loads the template file like this. So we are loading the file template.html that is inside of the folder hello world app, okay, and then we return a HTTP response where we render the template providing the context and the request. Okay, don't worry, the context is empty for now. In this video we will explore these. Okay. What more? After creating the view, okay, we must configure in the urls.py a path. Okay, so with this path, with hello world app slash template, the user will be pointed to the template hello view. Okay, this view. And one final step was in our project in settings.py. Okay, in settings.py we must add here in the installed underscore apps our application. So to do that we write the name of our application dot apps. Why apps? Because we are selecting this file apps.py, and then we copy the name of this class, we copy the name of the class and paste here. Okay, is just that. So let me close these. And what we saw more, we saw that, for example, here in the settings.py we have here these templates, okay, and in the templates we have this configuration app underscore dirs. If this is false, it means that Django will search for a template in the paths that we provide here in the dirs. Okay, if we set this to true, okay, it means that not only Django will search here, but also Django will go here to the installed underscore apps and search by these configured apps. Okay, so let me show you. Let's say that the path for this one is cars zzz, and for this one is hello world app zzz. Okay, and also let me go here to the view, and instead of searching for a template.html we will search for a test.html. okay, this file doesn't exist. Okay, doesn't exist. So when we load here we will get an error. Okay, template does not exist. Nothing. So this is not a problem because we know that the test.html don't exist. What I want to show you is here in the postmortem. Okay, in the postmortem they say that Django tried loading these templates in this order. Okay, very important, in this order, and it starts here cars zzz templates, then it goes here to hello world app zzz templates. So if we go here to the settings we see that is searching first here. Okay, and then it goes here to the cars templates, to the hello world app templates, to the admin templates, and to the out templates. So it means that it goes to these guys. Okay, what more? Let me comment these. Okay, let me comment these. We know now that he is actually searching in this order. Okay, and what I want to show you next is why do we need to have again? Why do we have to create a folder inside of templates folder? And the truth is we actually don't need that, because if I go here and let me remove this part, okay, in the view, so we are searching for test.html, and here let me copy this template and rename it to be test.html and put this test.html inside of the templates folder. Okay, so now we have templates and then we have test.html. And if I go here and I reload, we get our view. So we don't need the second folder inside of our templates folder. But let's say that in the cars application we do the same thing. We copy this file, copy and paste. Let me rename, say that it is called test.html, okay, and put this test.html inside of templates folder. Okay, if we do this and if we go here, reload, and now we get the cars template. Why? Again, let me put this searching for a file that doesn't exist. So let's call this abc. Okay, abc.html. It doesn't exist, and let me reload, and we get our error. And the important thing here is trying to search in the cars templates for a abc.html file, and then it goes to the hello world app templates, and then it tries to find the abc.html. So this means that if we have let me show you, if we have two applications with files that have the same name in the templates folder, Django will choose the first one that he finds. Okay, so he is testing first in the cars. So in the other scenario, when we have here tests, is the first one that he finds. Okay, the cars template. And this is a problem. Why? Because we need to make sure that the path is unique. To do that, we create a folder and inside of the templates to make the path unique. And actually, the name of the folder don't have to be equals to our application. We can create a folder, for example, zzz folder. Okay, and then we put the test.html inside of the zzz folder. Of course, we have to go here and say, well, instead of searching for test.html, search for the folder zzz slash, and then inside of that folder search for the test.html. With this we are making the path unique. Okay, let's test, and now we have our hello world app template. And the next thing is we know that it's possible to have the file in the templates, but it's not a good idea. And now we know that it's possible to have a folder that don't have the same name of our application, but let's see why the folder should have the same name of our app. Because for now I know that this zzz refers to our hello world app. Okay, but let's imagine that 3 months from now, I will look into this, and for me, well, I see here zzz and test.html. I don't know what is this, okay? This should be clear, okay? So to make it clear, I say hello world app, okay, slash and our template, okay? So from uh, three uh, so 3 months from now, okay, I will look into this and I see, well, this is a template of the Hello World app, okay? It's easier for me. So I am not providing uniqueness, I'm also providing meaning, okay? I am providing meaning to this path. And let me call this template, because we now are ready to go to the next part of the video. We are ready to go to learn more. So let me delete this guy. Okay, so we are ready to learn more. In the previous video, I said this is the context is a dictionary, okay, and we get this view is nice, but we want to show in this view some information, some useful information. For example, we want to show here the age and the name, and for that we go here and let me go here and let's provide some values here in the context. Let's say that the age is equals to 12, okay, and let's say that the name is equals to Kevin, okay. Doing so, now we can go here to the template, and instead of this crazy string we put another crazy string, that is curly bracket, open again curly bracket, and then close the curly bracket and close again, and inside we say age, okay, the name of our variable in the dictionary. Here we do the same thing, open curly bracket, close curly bracket and close again, and we put here the name, okay. Doing this, if we go here and reload, now we have here the values 12 and Kevin, okay, very cool. All right, what more, what we can learn more here? Well, let's say that Kevin have friends, so friends list is equals to Alicia and Peter, or yes, Peter, and then John. So these are the friends of Kevin, and let's give him friends. So oops, friends is equals to friends list, okay, very simple. Next we go here to our template, okay, let me hide this, and after doing this we want to list the Kevin's friends. So let's put here h2 and say that name, so we are saying Kevin friends, and then pardon, and then we want unordered list. We want to have an unordered list, and we want to list every name of his friends. And to do that we need for example a for loop. So let's do a for loop. We open a curly bracket and then a percentage and another percentage, okay. Inside we say for friends in friends, okay, for friend in friends we want to display li, a list item. So list item and we put here the name of the friend, okay? Remember, to show this we need double curly brackets. To do a for loop we need curly bracket and percentage. And of course we need to close the for loop. To close the for loop is very simple. Again, curly bracket, percentage, percentage, and inside of these we say and what? The for loop, okay? And for. And with this, if we go here and refresh, now we have here Kevin's friends, Alicia, Peter, and John, okay? Very cool, right? Let's say that for some reason Kevin don't have any friends. With this, if we refresh here, nothing will appear, okay? And we want to display a message. We want to display a message saying that Kevin don't have friends. Oops, whoa, a disaster. So, we want to display the list if Kevin have friends. So we say curly bracket, percentage, percentage again, and we say here if friends, if Kevin have friends, we want to display these, okay? Oops. I'm having some problems here. We want to display Kevin friends, okay? But if he don't have any friends, we want to display, for example, age 1, saying that, well, Kevin have no friends. Kevin have no friends, unfortunately. Okay, and after this we must close, of course, we must close the if statement. And to do that we do end if. What we want to end? The if statement, okay, is not the else. This is important. And now let me save and let's go to our browser and refresh, and now we have here Kevin have no friends, okay? Let's give these a color, okay? Let's give these a color. To do that, we go here to the H1, okay? And let me put this here and here and this here, okay? And let's say that the style is equals to color and let's say red, okay? Color red. With this gets red, okay? Now let's say that we want to get it from the query string. So for that we go here again and we define color that is equals to request dot get again, but in lowercase, and we are searching in the query string for a variable that is color, the color, okay? Color, and if there is no color in the query string, we want it to be by default red, okay? Something like this. Now we can provide here the color, sorry, it must be a string, okay? We want to provide the color and we provide here the color variable, okay? Going back here, we can simply put double curly brackets, color, and close the double curly brackets, okay? With this, we get the same result, okay? Because we don't have any query string. Now let's put a color that is equals to green, and we get this result. Let's put this blue, and it changes, okay? Okay, so Now let's take a look into this. We are providing the color here to the context, but we are getting the color from the request. And we know that we provide the request to the render. So it must be possible to get the color from the request inside the template. Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. Let me comment these, and let me comment this guy too, and let's go to the template, and here let's say, because it's possible to do, let's say request dot get dot color. Okay, just this. You see here, we say here request dot get, and then we provide the color and a default value. Okay, in the template is a little bit different. Okay, we cannot, this is not Python. Attention, this is very important. This if statement, this for statement, this else, getting these variables, getting these variables, this is not Python. Okay, this is not Python. So we must access the color like this, and if we go here, we refresh, is working fine. Let me put here, for example, let me put here red, and it's red. Okay, it's working. And let's see if we do not provide a query string. If we do not provide a query string, we get nothing. It's black. Okay, it's just black. Why? Because we are not providing a default value. So we have here a problem because we cannot do that. Well, actually we can use the if statement to do that. And let me put here if statement if request dot get dot color, if this exists, okay, we do this part is okay. If not, if it doesn't exist, we want to set a color that is, let me copy and paste here. We want to set a color that is red. Okay, the default value will be red, and of course we must close this, the if statement. So and what, and the if statement. Okay, with this, if we go here, refresh, and now we are not providing a query string, we get a red value, a red text, and if we provide a color that is equals to green, it's green now. Okay, next thing, the next thing, well, you see that we are here repeating this text. This is kind of uncomfortable. Why? Because we have to write a lot of code, and imagine that you have to do these like 10 times. Yeah, it's not cool. So let's declare a variable. To do that, we do is very simple. Again, curly bracket, percentage, and inside we say width. Okay, and we declare a variable color. Okay, that is equals to this value. Okay, if we do this, we can now replace this part. Okay, and here we can replace this. Okay, very simple. Of course, since we open a with statement, we must close the with statement. Okay, so and what the width. Okay, we want to end the width block. Okay, this variable exists inside of this block. Okay, and we go here and refresh. Is working, is working. Let's say it's purple. Now it's purple, and let's remove the the query string, and now is red. Okay, so the next thing that we want to learn will be, let me see what I can do here. Well, this is kind of strange. This working. Oh, I want to show something else. If I put here a space, this is very important. If I put here a space and reload, now we get an error, okay? And he says with expected at least one variable assignment, okay? So remember, this is not Python. This is not Python. This is something that is rendered after, okay? We and I will show you. Let's remove the else statement, okay? So we can see in fact that what I am showing you is true. And so if we do not provide a template, a query string, we get a black text. And let me put here, let's say a color green. Okay, we have a color green working. In the settings.py of our project, we go here, and let me hide this part. And here in the templates, we have here something important, very important. We have here the options, okay, the options, and the options have here these django.template.context_processors.request. If I comment this guy, and I go here, it will stop working, okay? So this means that Django knows what is this because of this thing. And by the way, let's see what is this thing. If we let me go to my Python installation folder, and go to the lib folder, and then inside of the lib folder of our installation folder, Python installation folder, we seek for the site-packages. We go into this folder, and here we go to the Django folder. Okay, here now I must see here because I don't know the path. So we must search for a template folder. Okay, inside of this folder, so we have here template folder, and now we must search for a context_processors file. So we have here context_processors. Let me put here so we can see, and this is the context_processors py. And we see that we have here several things, several stuff, and the last one is this one, the request. Okay, if I comment this guy, if I comment these, what will happen? If we refresh, we get an error. It says that the module django.template.context_processors does not define a request attribute/class. Okay, so now you know why this works, because it has this guy defined here. Let me uncomment, and by the way, you should never change this file, okay? This is a Django file. Let me close. So because of this guy, Django knows how to give meaning to this this string. Okay, we have meaning. Let's create our own context processor. How to do that? Well, we need to create a file that is called context processors, okay, in our application. We go here to our application, okay, and let me create a file that is called context underscore processors dot py, okay. And here what we do here, we define requests get, okay, and this guy have a parameter that is the request, and what it will return, it will return a dictionary, okay, and that dictionary will have a key that is requests caller, okay, and what it will do request dot get in uppercase dot get the method of the dictionary, and we want to search in the query string for a variable called caller, and the default value, if the caller doesn't exist, will be red, okay. We just created, is very simple, we just created a context processor. So we create a file context underscore processors.py inside of our application, and then we define this request get that accepts a request and returns a dictionary, okay. And in this case we are defining this key and this value, okay. Next, we must register in the settings our context, okay, and is very easy to. Let's do here. Let's say that our context processor is from the hello world app, okay, dot context underscore processors. That is why, because we are selecting the file context processors, and now we must provide this the name of this function. So dot, let me hide this, dot and request get, okay. Now we just registered our context processor, okay. The next thing that we must do is use our context processor. So these, we go here, and instead of all these things, we can delete this part and delete this part, and now we don't need the width too, so I delete this part too. Let's simplify this stuff, and instead of caller we will put here request caller, because it's the key of this dictionary, okay. It's the key that of this dictionary, and the context processor gives meaning to this key, okay, and the meaning is this. So having this, we go again here and we refresh, and now is green. And if I remove the query string, we get it red, is the default value, okay. It's very simple. Well, we saw here a lot of things. There will be another part of this video. There is another thing that I wanted to show you. Here. Let's say that we want to put here a link, yes, anchor, and with href, and for now is empty, and we want to send the user to the cars application, and let's say go to cars app, okay. So with this we get this link here, is not going anywhere because we don't have anything in the href, okay. Let's go here to the project, and what I want to show you. Um, let's say here in the views, in the views, um, in the views, we want to call this view show number, and this view actually receives an integer, my number, and another integer that is called z. Um, and it will return this text. Your number is what we have in my number and z. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's call this one. Let's call this one. So for that, we must go here to the urls.py of cars application and see the what is this one. The path for that view is this one. And remember one thing that I said in the other videos. I said that the name is very very important, but because we were in a very earlier stage of learning, for that moment was not important. Okay, but now is important. Let's set here a name. So name that is equals to, for example, ABC123. Okay, ABC123. So having this name, we can go here to the template of the Hello World app, and here in the href we can actually say open curly bracket, okay, and percentage again, and close curly bracket, and inside we say URL, and we put here ABC123. So the goes here to the href is the URL of ABC123, and also we want to provide two integers, because we have an integer here and another integer here. So for that we provide, for example, 20 and 50. Okay, and with this, let's go here to our web browser, refresh the thing, and we will click here. I don't know if you can see, but we have, let me open the developers tools, and let's select here the element. Oops, give me some space please. Let's select here the element, and I don't know, yes, I can increase the size of these, but this is a disaster. Yeah, I hope that you can see these. We have here these cars slash 20 slash show number slash and 50. Okay, we have here the path for our other view, and let me close. So if I click here, we go to the cars view. Okay, so I think for now, I don't know how much time has passed from the beginning of this video, but I think is too much already, and for now is enough for this video. There will be another part about templates. I hope that you enjoyed, I hope that you learned something here, and please give this video a like, share with your friends, subscribe, and hit the bell button to get more videos like these. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.